Hello, today we will be changing this expression into a circuit with our gates and our inputs to show a full example of what this looks like. If you want to check out how to simplify this expression, go ahead and look at our Kmaps examples. Our videos explain how to turn this expression into a truth table and then into a simplified expression. So let's get started. We've got three inputs, so we'll start with drawing our inputs over here. Our inputs are A, B, C, and D. And those are going to have just our wires coming out. So we're going to go term by term, and that's going to slowly build our circuit. You can notice that we've got 5 terms in total. This is going to be our first one. We'll start here. And notice that with these 4 variables, we're ANDing all of them. So for our first term, we're going to AND them all, which means that we need an AND gate. If you want to know what an AND gate looks like, you can go ahead and check out our AND gate video. But for now, I'll just assume that you know. So that's an AND gate. Here we've got A, B, C, and D going into our AND gate, and nothing is knotted. And remember that knots are the tiny little dashes on the top of the variable. So we have our AND gate drawn. That means that we're going to get A, B, C, and D into our AND gate. And then that will connect with the rest of our terms. So that's term number 1 going to term number 2. Notice that we have B naught and C naught. So it's A, B naught, C naught, D. And we're ANDing all of these again. And that plus sign means OR. But we're going to go term by term first, and then we'll bring it all together. So for this one, we've got another AND gate. And this pen is not working. So we'll switch to blue. Here's our AND gate. We've got A going in. So we'll just put A into the AND gate. If you want to draw a really nice, you can do the bumps, which show that they don't connect. So that's our A going in. B is knotted, and so a knot is a triangle with a circle. C is knotted, so I'm going to add the knot gate right now, and then D is just normal. So we'll have B come in, not connecting to those wires. And lastly, notice that this wire right here is C. So I'll just have that come out from that connection. And here we have D, same thing, D coming in. So this is our second term. This is our first term. We're going to move on to our third term now. I hope you're getting the pattern that we're just going to go term by term, AND gate by AND gate. This one, the only thing that's knotted is B. So I'm going to draw our AND gate and draw our knot for B. Here we've got A. So I'm going to do that. And so again, the dot means that it's from the same wire. And if you want to make it look pretty, you can do the bumps as we go over the other wires. Next is B. So we're going to connect from B into our knot. And here we have C coming from the same wire straight in, and same thing with D. So that's our third. Here's our fourth. We'll switch back to green. Just keep it color. That's 4. And the only thing that's knotted here is C. So we're going to have our AND. Here's our knot for C. And if you notice the pattern I've been doing, it's kind of been A, B, C, D. A, B, C, D. That's a great way to keep everything organized. You do not have to do this, but I strongly recommend. And if you don't, you can see how messy this can get. So keeping everything as organized and as like habitual as possible, that's always great. So this one, term 4, nothing is knotted except for C. So we're going to go in from A. As we have this wire, so we're just going to keep coming from this wire. And it goes over there. That's fine. Here's B. We'll just keep coming from there. B, C. Come in from here. And then we're knotting C. And last but not least, we've got D coming in. Okay, and our very last term, D is knotted. You know the drill. We'll switch back to pink. term 5. Nice and fast. D is knotted. So that's going to be there, there, D, and A. And that is 5. Okay, so we have all 5 of our terms with our AND gates showing that. And how do we connect them, you may ask? Well, notice that every single one of the AND gates is ORed together. So you can do this a whole bunch of different ways. You can put parentheses around them and do OR gates leading to OR gates. But we're just going to do one massive OR gate, which is totally fine. We're going to have an OR gate with 5 inputs and 1 output. And so our inputs are going to be all of our AND gates coming in. And then that's going to output to, we'll call it F. That's our output. And there you have it. That's how you draw this expression as gates. Now, notice how much work this is. Look at how many wires there are. Look how many AND gates we have. I'll stand back so you can get a clear shot of it. Why do we have so much? Well, that's because our expression is not simplified. So once we simplify our expression, again, check out our Kmaps video for the simplified expression. If you want to see it simplified, it turns this gate into something extremely easy and simple and much more pretty to draw. So our simplified expression is going to be AD and then ABC. And if you want it to keep it in caps, we can do that. Okay, notice that now we only have 2 terms, which means that we're ANDing twice, and then we've got 1 OR. I'm going to draw right here, all in green, AD, so A, B, C, D. These are our inputs. We've got 2 AND gates, 1 for A and D, and 1 for A, B, and C. So here we've got A. Notice that nothing is knotted. That keeps everything looking nice and pretty. Here we have A coming in, B, and C. And then now that we've got our 2 AND gates, we're ORing them together. We have a nice OR with 1 output and 2 inputs. And that is how you draw the circuit for the simplified expression. And that, everybody, is why we simplify our expressions. Thanks for watching.